Hello 6th standard students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. And now in today's session we are going to study through the PDF file of our textbook chapter number 9 data handling. So dear students, why I am going to use this PDF file? Because there are lots of examples in the textbook and today we have to study it. So what is the data handling? So data means the collected information and handling, that means how we can handle and how we can interpret its result. So without wasting our time, we will start to study our new chapter of mathematics, that is data handling. Look at here. Introduction. You must have observed your teacher recording the attendance of students in your class every day, or recording marks obtained by you after every test or examination. Similarly, you must have also seen a cricket scoreboard. Two scoreboards have been illustrated here. Now dear students, you can see these two charts. Name of the bowlers, overs, maiden overs, runs given, wickets taken. So I think your favorite game is cricket and you know the meanings of bowlers, overs, maiden overs, runs, wickets. Is it right? So here are the some names which of the bowlers. A, look at here carefully. This A, this A playing 10 overs, and out of that 10 overs 2 are maidens, and so only 8 overs are used by the batsman to make a runs, and out of this 8 overs batsman makes 40 runs. That means a bowler gives 40 runs and taken the 3 wickets. So okay, so as we like, we can read this data. So look at here. B bowler plays 10 overs. Out of that, 1 is maiden over. He gives 30 runs and taken 2 wickets. So as like that, C bowler plays 10 overs, gives 2 maiden overs, gives 20 runs and taken 1 wicket. So now you can see this here. D bowler play 10 overs, out of that 1 is maiden and he gives 50 runs and taken 4 wickets. So look at here, the name of the batsman is here. Here the runs, ball faced and time. Okay, so E batsman makes 45 runs, he faced ball 62 and within 75 minutes he makes 45 runs. F batsman makes 55 runs and he faced 70 balls and within 81 minutes he makes 55 runs. G batsman made 37 runs, faced 53 balls and within 67 minutes he makes 37 runs. And H batsman makes 22 runs, faced 41 balls and within 55 minutes he made 22 runs. So as like that, we can read the scoreboard of the given by them. So you know that in a game of cricket, the information recorded is not simply about who won and who lost. In the scoreboard, you will also find some equally important information about the game. For instance, you may find out the time taken and the numbers of balls faced by the highest run score. So with the help of this information, with the help of these scoreboards, easily you can find out the best bowler and the best batsman. Okay, so look at here in the next page. Similarly, in your day-to-day life, you must have seen several kinds of tables consisting numbers, figures and name, etc. When you are playing different types of games, you are consisting the data related to that game in the form of tables by consisting of numbers and names. So these tables provide a data. So what is the mean of data? So look at here carefully. This definition is very important for the fill in the blanks. Okay. Data is a collection of numbers gathered to give some information. So what is the data? Say with me. A data, yes, is a collection of numbers gathered to give some information. Very good. Recording data. Okay, so let us take an example of a class which is preparing to go for a picnic. The teacher asks the students to give their choice of fruits out of banana, apple, orange or guava. Here teacher gives some options related to the fruits. Okay, she told us about the some name of fruits: banana, apple, orange or guava, and students have to pretend there and tell their choice. Uma is asked to prepare the list. So she prepared the list all the children and wrote the choice of fruit against the each name. This list would help the teacher to distribute fruits according to the choice. So look at here how Uma prepared her list. So look at here, Raghav likes banana and Bhavna likes apple. Preeti likes apple, Manoj likes banana. Amar likes guava, Donald likes apple. Like this, Fatima likes orange, Maria likes banana. Amita likes apple and Uma like orange. Raman like banana, Akhtar likes guava. Radha likes orange, Ritu likes apple. Farida likes guava, Salma likes banana. Anuradha likes banana, Kavita likes guava. As like that, Rati likes banana and Javed likes banana. So as like that, Uma prepared the list. If teacher wants to know the number of bananas required for the class, she has to read the names in the list one by one and count the total number of bananas required. To know the number of apples, guavas and orange separately, she has to repeat the same process for each of these fruits. So tedious and the time consuming it is. It might become more tedious if the list has say 50 students. So if the number of students is more, then it becomes very difficult to make the list. Okay, so while listing anything, we have to list as like that. It should be a time consuming. Uma writes only the names of these fruits one by one, like banana, apple, guava, orange, apple, banana, orange, guava, and etc. 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 Do you think this makes the teacher works easier? She still has to count the fruits in the list one by one as she did earlier. Okay, so look at here. How many student likes banana? Look at here, Raghav, then Raman, then Anuradha, Rati. Here are the 4 students, and here Manoj 5th one, Maria 6th, Salma 7th and Javed 8th. So look at here, there are the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yes, in the box you can see these 8 students are likes banana. As like that, you can see this 3 students like oranges, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 students likes apple. Okay, what did the Uma did? It is very nice, but it is little difficult to count the number of fruits. So Salma has another idea. She makes 4 squares on the floor, and every square is kept for fruit of one kind only. She asks the student to put one pebble in the square which matches there. So look here, Salma looks squares as like for the one fruit. She makes one square, she makes another square for orange, and she makes another square for apple as like for other fruit also. And she told the students, pick up one pebble of your name, and whichever fruit is your favorite, keep your pebble on in that square. Okay, so as like that, 4 students likes guavas. So that a student opting for a banana will put a pebble in the square marked for banana and so on. So as like that, by counting the pebbles in each square, Salma can quickly tell the number of each kind of fruit required. She get the required information quickly by systematically placing the pebbles in different squares. So whenever you are going to make a data, you have to organize very well. So organization of data is also very important. So how we have to organize the data? So look at here carefully. Organization of data. To get the same information which Salma got, Ronald needs only a pen and a paper. He does not need pebbles. He also does not ask students to come and place the pebbles. He prepares the following tables. Okay, what did here Uma done? Uma wrote here everyone's name and wrote here his or her favorite fruit. And Salma did here made square of as per fruit and told to the students to pick up the pebble and keep in that box whichever fruit is your favorite. But Ronald did something different. Look at here. He wrote names of fruits and he just hit tick mark in front of the name of that fruit to count the number of students. So already look at here, 8 students like banana, 3 students like orange, 5 students like apple and guava, 4 students like guava. So information is same, but some students take more time to collect the data. That means Uma used more time to collect data. Salma used little time as compared to the Uma, but Ronald do it quickly because of the proper organization of data. So do you understand Ronald's table? What does one tick mark indicate? So 4 students preferred guava. So how many tick marks are there in against guava? Yes, 4. So how many students were there in the class? So as like that, from the given information, we can count the total number of students also. How many students are there? 8 plus 3 11 plus 5 16 and plus 4 20. So how many students are there here? 20 students. Okay. So look at here. Discuss about these methods. Which is the best? Tell me which is the best. Uma's, Salma's or Ronald's? Yes, Ronald's. Why? Because it is a time consuming method. Which method is more useful when information from much larger the data is required? Yes, of course, it is Ronald's method because it is a time consuming method and easily we can obtain the total number of students also. So dear students, they give us one more example. Look at here carefully. Now we will read. We will take highlighter to indicate that so you can easily understand it. A teacher wants to know choice of food of each student as part of the midday meal program. The teacher assigns the task of collecting this information to Maria. Maria does so using a paper and a pencil. After arranging the choices in column, she puts against the choice of food as one vertical line mark for every student making choice. Okay, dear students. So look at here carefully. What she did? She make two column, choice and number of students. She wrote here rice only, chapati only, both rice and chapati only. And she asks one by one what you want. As like that, she puts the one standing line before that in front of that choices. So you can see this, that much lines are here. So you can see this, it is very difficult to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So how many students are there which who want them only rice? 70. But you can see this, it takes time to count. Is there any easy method? Yes, there is there it is. We will see. So look at here. Umesh, after seeing the table, suggested a better method to count the students. He asked Maria to organize the marks in a group of 10 as shown below. So look at here. Umesh add one more column of tally marks. So dear students, while solving the sums related data handling, there are three columns: the given information, tally marks, and number of the given information. So you can see this, he makes a one group of 10 lines. So this is a group of 10 and another one 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. As like this, we can write here directly 17. How many students take the chapati only? This 10 and this 3, 13. So it becomes very easy to count. Then her information and her collected information. So you can see this, how many students wants both rice and chapati. So easily we can see this is a one circle, that means these are the 10 students, and this is the second circle, these are the 10 students. So 10 and 10, 20. But Rajan made it simply than Umesh by asking her to make group of 5 instead of 10. Okay, so look at here carefully, we have to make a group of 5 instead of 10. Is it okay? So look at here, there are the three columns: choice, tally marks, and numbers of students. But the marking is different. The choices names are all same: rice only, chapati only, and both rice and chapati. So look at here, instead of this 10, here Rajan makes group of 5. So this is a first group of 5, this is a second group of 5, this is a third group of 5. So 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 5 threes are 15, and this 2, 17. So it becomes very easier and simpler than Umesh method. So how many students wants chapati? 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 10 and 3, 13. And this method is also time consuming method. How many students wants both rice and chapati? 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 5 threes are 15, 5 fours are 20. 4 circles are there and one circle consists 5 lines. So 5 fours are 20. So as like that, we can easily count the total number of students and with respect to their choices. So teacher suggests that 5th mark in a group of 5 mark should be used as a cross by this one. So look at here carefully how we have to show this. You can see this 1, 2, 3, 4. That means you have to put here 4 lines, vertical lines, and 5th one should be slanting. So these are tally marks. Okay. So this 5, this 2 shows the count to be 5 plus 2, that is 7. This 2 marks shows 5 plus 5, that is 10. So how we can use this? Instead of this making circle, we can put here 1, 2, 3, 4. This 4 standing line and 5th one is slanting line. Okay. So as like that, we can do this. So look at here carefully what teacher told us. While making the tally marks, we have to put here 4 standing line and 5th one is slanting. So it becomes a group of 5 and then it becomes easy to count. So 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 5 threes are 15 and 2, 17. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 10 and 3, 13. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 5 threes are 15, 5 fours are 20, so 20. So number of students remains the same, but the marking and the method get changed, and which method is time consuming method, that method we are going to used while solving some sums. Okay dear student, so many examples are there, and the some examples which are related to the data handling we are going to solve, but in the next session. But before that, watch this session carefully, listen this session carefully, and just try to understand how we have to put the tally marks. We have to put the 4 vertical line, and fifth one is a slanting line, which will be the set of 5. So because of set of 5, it will be easy to count the total number of the given information. Okay dear students, till then have a good day.